Hello, and welcome to another Chakra Tarot card reading from Beyond Enlightened. This is a pick a card reading, and there are actually 8 piles. Each of them is representing one of the chakras. Although there are only 7 chakras, I was called to do 2 readings for one of the chakras. So that's where the extra pile came from. But it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So go ahead and take a moment to pick a pile that resonates with you, or feel free to go ahead and pick out more than one. However this is sitting with you. I'm going to go ahead and start the reading. If you need more time, then of course pause the video. But I'm going to go ahead and get started for those who chose pile number 1. All right. So pile number 1, we have the 5 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, the Fool, 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. Also, for this one, it was really funny because while I was shuffling the cards, I thought about lighting candles, so I went ahead and I stopped. When I lit the match, it actually broke in half, and the flame flew up to my heart. So this reading, I have a feeling that it has a lot to do with the throat and the heart. So we'll go ahead and just get started. But we have the 5 of Cups, and immediately I'm feeling like you're not communicating your expectations, or you are so far in your head that you're just not seeing what's right in front of you. This card also represents unwilling to take a risk, and combining with the Ace of Pentacles, which is your second card, it looks like you just should look up and take a risk. Something is close to your heart, and all you need to do is talk. So next, we have the 9 of Pentacles, and that this is saying that your hard work has definitely paid off, but it's also saying that you need to speak your mind. So to speak, what do you want, and why aren't you verbalizing it? And because we now have the 9 of Cups, this means that your wishes are in fact going to come true, or they would if you would communicate what you want. And then next we have just the blissful Fool, who should be speaking of good things, but instead he just seems to be in his own little world. The 7 of Swords is all about communication, and in this reading it looks like there is betrayal, but I guess I'm kind of wondering if this is self-sabotage, and are you just kind of making up things as you go to keep yourself stagnant? If we look at the card, I mean, you're the one that's stealing the swords. You're the one that's running away. And okay, in the distance there are people, but they're not even paying attention to you. And then we have, of course, the 5 of Pentacles, and that's pretty much saying just communicate. This whole reading looks like you're sabotaging by not speaking. Get out of your head and route. I would say, get out of your head and instead route to your heart and start speaking your desire, the ultimate outcome. Okay, so your oracle card is Wind, which is activation. So it would seem that this has been going on for quite a while. So with that, I would just say try humming to make sure that your voice box still works. But you've got to make this happen. This is, I really feel like this is going to be super, super easy if you would just get out of your head and listen to your heart. I have a feeling that your heart is telling you what needs to be done. It's just you're the one that's overanalyzing. I would say also set your goal to completion with 7 days. 7 is the number of completion. I also want to let you know there's a ton of earth energy on here. So there's also Aries. If you're dealing with any of the signs, I mean, it's still the same outcome, but I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. And also make sure that you, while you're processing how to make this communication happen, then maybe make a list and include your expectations, kind of like no arguing, no finger pointing, but also just, I mean, make this happen. The cards look like they're in your favor for this. Okay, thank you pile number 1. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Hermit, the 9 of Pentacles, the Emperor, the 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. This one is for the throat chakra, so this has to do with communication. So we start out with the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups is typically about nostalgia, maybe looking back, but this card, it's different. It looks like she has a decision to make. She's either doing shadow work or leaving the past behind, or she's losing perhaps pieces of herself. The next card is the Hermit, and he looks peaceful among chaos, but I believe he dreams about what he wants from the past. Yeah, this person, he's awake. They're surrounded by light, and they're going down a path of their own manifestation. And the next card we have is the Knight of Pentacles, but it looks like you've just stopped. And it looks like you're afraid of being exposed by deception, maybe lies. In this card, the snake is swimming away. I don't know if you can see him here, but he's swimming away. He's not even paying any attention to you. So the bad things, they're leaving, or you are focused on them and you shouldn't be. So instead of waiting, it feels like you're just making excuses. So instead of waiting and making excuses, maybe go ahead and use your throat chakra to yell at the snake just to go away. You aren't doing anything, and you don't even know what to... okay, so this says you're not doing anything, and you do know what you should be doing. Again, it looks like you're awake, so you should be listening to your intuition. Next, we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is saying that you really need, they need to say that you need to take the lead. The Emperor is all about control, and I'm not saying get yourself in trouble over anything, but I am saying that the Emperor, he takes the lead. He knows what to do. And it's saying that you're the one that needs to make the move. Again, we have shadows in the card, but they are so far behind. The shadows, they can no longer hurt you. You've already done the work on this. Now it's a time of being grateful for your reflection and for your healing. The next card we have is the 7 of Swords, and it's showing that you're trying to use your resources to get whatever you want, but you're also buried. And then we turn to the Five of Swords, and it's saying that you it's saying that you need to turn right back around and go back to what you're running away from. The Nine of Pentacles is saying that your newly acquired gifts of perhaps intuition, they're not going to steer you wrong. And if you've always had these gifts, then you need to stop shutting them down. This reading is definitely saying that you need to make a move, you need to talk, and you need to express how you're feeling and what you want, and get things done. So basically, you shutting down and you not doing anything, it's not working. So you're being told to do the opposite, and then just take a risk. We also have River, which is movement, and it's essentially saying, your guides are saying to you that it is in fact time for you to make a move. The first two readings couldn't really see all that well. So we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 3. And we have the Nine of Cups, the Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Tower, Two of Pentacles in reversed, King of Cups, and the High Priestess. All right, so the first thing in the reading, the Nine of Cups is saying that you're feeling pretty good about yourself. If you're single, then you're pretty content and you're loving yourself. If you're in a couple situation, then you guys have kind of come to a place where you understand each other. There's trust. You're just feeling comfortable within the relationship. The next card, which is the Three of Cups, it's about positive energies. It's about friendship, promotions. It can be about positive energy, about celebration. Something worth celebrating is about to happen. With the Four of Pentacles appearing, this is really contrary. The Four of Pentacles, it suggests that maybe your happiness is either a mask, or maybe you dream of happiness, or maybe being so happy just takes a lot of work. Maybe more work than it's supposed to. It looks like there's not enough of you to go around. I guess I'm really feeling like, I really feel like there's some sort of breaking occurring. The Two of Pentacles is saying that your juggling act is starting to fall. And well, since this is for the heart chakra, I really believe that on the outside you appear to be happy and you appear that you're keeping it together, but on the inside maybe not so much. It's almost like you're in serious confliction with who everyone wants you to be versus your authentic self. And then we move on to the King of Cups, and this king wants love. This is the most loving king in the deck. He'll do anything for it. He's compassionate, he's expressive, he's kind, he's someone who listens. But I guess I'm wondering who's listening to you. The High Priestess is saying that you may need to step back and take care of you. In the Four of Pentacles, there's a long line of people, and the line, it seems to keep growing. It's not getting any smaller. And it's really, really wonderful that that you're there for everyone, but it just looks like you're getting ready to break. It feels like you like the instant gratification of being needed, but it's not helping you in fulfillment. And it feels like you just have too many obligations that are self-imposed. Oh, I am having so many issues today. This has become quite an undertaking. I keep losing video. So let me go ahead and finish with what I was saying. It just looks like you like the instant gratification of being needed, but you're escaping from your own things. So just keep in mind that we treat each other the way that we want to be treated. So maybe take a look at everything that you put out there and wonder why you aren't being treated the same way, because it is ultimately what you desire and ultimately what you want. So now we have the Lightning Oracle card, and it's saying listen to your heart, that the guides are giving you the power and the energy to be kind to yourself and to take back all of your power. So that was the end of card reading number 3. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 4. All right, so number 4 is for the third eye chakra. We end up with the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, the Page of Swords in reverse, 3 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. All right, so first of all, I just want you to know that the 9 of Wands, the drawing on the card is super, super cool. It has a boy running to what looks like knowledge or wisdom. The elder also looks like he's blind to the physical, but he's only using his third eye. The boy looks like he is really, really desperate. The 9 of Wands would suggest that you are starting to become aware of more than what's right in front of you, than what's on the physical plane. It also suggests that you are on a mission of understanding and truth, and it looks like it just might not be getting any easier for you. The opening of the third eye allows you to see other planes and other possibilities. It also allows you to see in the 5th dimension, dreamland. In combination with the heart chakra, it allows you to experience empathy and utilize your intuitive abilities. If your third eye has become active, you might be experiencing downloads from your higher self that's helping you they're trying to help you by guidance. You also have the 3 of Cups, and in this picture, it's showing a man serenading a young girl. I don't know why, but I just don't feel like the girl quite understands something. I feel like music will provide you with messages that you are seeking. The Ace of Swords in this picture shows a girl in a chaotic situation, like chaos within. The divine is with you, but you need to stay focused and calm. And it looks like you're entering into a time of truth. The King of Swords is trying to help you. It looks like they're one of like an authority figure, and they display little emotion. So this could very well be a parent or someone that you hold in very high regard. The Page of Swords reversed sees you as irresponsible, maybe taking things a little too lightly. And in relation to the third eye, it would seem that you're being guided to take things more seriously, as not to rack up on any more karma. Maybe you're being pulled into another direction and you're resisting. The Three of Wands is saying that this is a time of opportunity. Basically, pay attention and stay focused. The Four of Cups is saying that you have to break free from your current patterns rather than living in the passive. You are being asked to push yourself to success, maybe with your new ideas, and definitely going on new paths that are being presented to you. So you also, for your oracle card, you have the tree. So your guides are asking you to bury your feet into the ground and start growing and expanding in every direction, to the sides, going up. They just want you to reach your highest potential. And that ends reading number 4. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to pile number 5. And pile number 5 represents the crown chakra. And this is your connection to the universe. So we have the Hanged Man first, Ace of Cups, King of Wands, Strength, the Knight of Pentacles, Death, and we have the King of Pentacles. All right, so the Hanged Man is about letting go, having options, and you're not moving. Combined with the Ace of Cups, it can mean that there's a new path of love, new path of self-love, and love for the universe, connecting to your higher self. The King of Wands talks about you exploring your paths of creativity, a new journey. Perhaps you're going through an awakening. If so, be strong and just don't resist it. The King of Wands wants to be in control, and he needs to let that go. If you are not in awakening, then the King of Wands represents you setting the example for a higher purpose. So be kind and supportive to those around you. You also explore your creativity. So the Strength card can represent that you may be having a hard time with mastering your emotions. Again, if you're going through an awakening, there's not any mastery of emotions until the shadow work is near complete. And even then, you're still going to have bouts of emotion that you didn't even experience before. If you are not in an awakening, then you just need to calm down and understand that not everything requires emotion. The Knight of Pentacles is saying that you need to slow down. And so a lack of patience might be what is getting your feathers ruffled. I'm seeing that you are working really hard, that you're trying to get to an outcome, but it hasn't happened. The Death card can also, the Death card can suggest that you're spinning your wheels and that you may need to get out of your situation, possibly change your path. There is stability and success, also achievement somewhere else. If you have been feeling unfulfilled, then you may be being guided to go somewhere else. So your oracle card is Summer Solstice. If this is a card of light and connection, so it's suggesting that you get out in nature and you hear the quiet to understand your journey. Your purpose is also calling for you. Also, if you haven't started seeing synchronicities, you will soon. Pay attention. Try to connect with everything instead of reacting. And that's the end of reading number 5. Okay, now we're moving on to reading number 6. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Moon, the Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, King of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Hierophant reversed, and the Two of Wands reversed. Okay, so this pile represents the sacral chakra. This is located in your lower abdomen, representing your emotions, your creativity, your passion for life, and your sensuality. So we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so whatever shadow work you just did in relation to this chakra, just know that the worst is over and that any pain that you went through is in the past and it was for a reason. It looks like whatever this has been, or it was a source of depression, the truth from your cause of pain has yet to be revealed. Instead of maybe instead of reflecting on how things should have been handled, maybe resolve to know that you did do your best. Also, if you are able to do so, maybe seek out the truth so that you may find closure. There is a lot more to this situation than you know. And yeah, it looks like someone or you yourself, it seems like it was almost a fight to the death. You either let someone run you into the ground, or you may just have a nasty habit of doing it to yourself. The Ten of Wands, it's saying that you're trying to walk away, but you're carrying the burdens with you. Looking at this reading, I don't know, I think I'd probably just drop everything and run. But it doesn't look like you want to do that. I would say someone or something, or possibly it's years of the same things, seem to have you in defeat. So we know that from the moon that not everything is as it seems. And we have the Queen of the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. And with them there, I'm really feeling like these are very influential people in your life that either are together or they're the same person, but they're just two different people. It feels like with that you're a free thinker, but you keep attracting the same one-minded relationships. And with the Two of Wands in reverse, it's saying that you're afraid to leave the old ways, and you'd almost rather stay feeling trapped. So with that, I would just kind of ask you to kind of think about it. Who's more important, you or the illusion of you? And possibly try meditation and focus on your sacral chakra and start remembering, you're going to have to remember the negative things that impacted this chakra, but just start removing them so that you can gain some clarity and may find guidance. So your oracle card is Gaia, nurturing, and this card, it's asking you to appreciate simplicity and to give back what you've taken, and perhaps, I don't know, perhaps stop putting so much on yourself and ask for help and do things for yourself, not to please everyone else. And that is the end of reading number 6. Okay, hopefully I've deleted enough stuff off my phone that we can get through pile number 7 and 8 without it shutting off. So for pile number 7, this represents the solar plexus chakra, and it's located in your upper abdomen. And this chakra represents self-esteem, confidence, and accountability. So we're going to start off with the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, Judgment, and the Eight of Cups. All right, well, so for our first card, it's the Two of Pentacles, and this card represents juggling priorities. Next, the Page of Swords is saying that you have new energy and you're thinking of change and you have curiosity. The Queen of Wands is all about creativity. She is also a leader and she's very passionate. She's also very charismatic. And most importantly, she's full of confidence. So then we have the Three of Swords. And with that, I would say, you don't let anyone rain on your parade. It looks like someone might be jealous of you or maybe trying to make things difficult for you right now. With Judgment, with the Judgment card, just know that things are about to happen. The truth will come out. So there's no need for you to worry. You could also be dealing with a karmic situation. And with the Eight of Cups, it kind of feels like you didn't speak your feelings in the past. So for quite a long time, you kept everything bottled up. With the Queen of Wands showing up, she wants to make sure that you stay true to her. She's either asking you that you take on her energy or you stay in it. So you've pretty much already suffered enough and you don't need to repeat cycles, and you need to know your worth if you don't already in relation to the situation and to the chakra. And if you don't know your worth, then you need to find it really, really super quick. And with that, the Queen of Wands, again, she encompasses confidence, charisma, change, passion, intelligence, and energy. Your Oracle card is Autumn Equinox, and it's asking that you release your patterns. It's also asking that you be open-minded and evaluate and process before making judgments. You're pretty much, now you're harvesting what you've already planted. So be mindful of thinking before you act. Put in the past what goes in the past and stop thinking about it. Start thinking about a new perspective and live in the present. Stay away from the past and stop worrying about the future. And that is your reading for pile number 7. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to pile number 8. Pile number 8, we have the Emperor with the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. We have Temperance. We have Death. We have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands reversed. And we have the Six of Wands reversed. All right, so this pile number 8 represents the root chakra. And this is located right below your spine. And this has everything to do with your sense of balance. The first card is the Emperor, and it's saying that all the materials are taken care of and that pretty much there's nothing to worry about. But the Four of Cups still, it's suggesting that you're still not happy. And after all of your goals are met, then it's kind of like, what do you do now? The Seven of Swords reversed is restating your boredom. It looks like you're in an unfulfilled situation and you're looking for loopholes or shortcuts. And Temperance is saying that you need to have more patience and that this is not the time to take shortcuts, that you could be possibly being watched. So you want to keep doing things right. Next, we have the Death card, and I just noticed that it's right beside the 5 and the 6 of Wands, but you also have a 4 and a 7 in the beginning of the reading. The 5 of Wands is reversed, and that's all about ego and arrogance. It has to do with competition. And the 6 of Wands is all about being rewarded. So what I'm getting is that you need to raise your vibration. You have 2 5s, which indicate challenges. Then you have the number 4 card in the beginning of the reading, and then you have a 5 right before that. This means that once you started to raise your vibration, then you reverted back. And then we have another 5 at the end along with the 6. So you found calmness somewhere, but then you made it to a 7, but you had reverted back to the 6. I hope this makes sense. So instead of being so competitive, bored, and possibly arrogant, then maybe you should start appreciating what you cannot see. Just keep in mind, everybody is better at something than someone else. Maybe find challenges that inspire your higher best versus maintaining on the physical world. So your oracle card is the Forest, and it's asking you to breathe. When we're so attached to the rat race, sometimes we don't take time to breathe. You're being asked to regularly take extra long breaths to clear your head. This card also suggests alone time, such as going on hikes or maybe going on walks, that force deep breathing. This will also raise your frequency. And that finishes pile number 8. And I thank you so much for picking your cards and listening to the reading. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.